It's me. Who else would it be? So, I'm here, and I'm here with all three of the dogs. Here, check this out. I don't know if you can see them. Woo. All three of them. Penny. All three of them chilling and getting along. Okay, so, come on, Lori. We want to know the details. I left the house. I left the house. And I left the house. And I dealt with people. And I was in a group of people. And I talked. And I'm sorry, the air conditioner has to be on. It's on fan vent. But there's dogs in the neighborhood that were barking. And these dogs... So I need the white noise to like drown that out. So I'll try to talk over it. So yes. Yes, Penny, I know. Oh. Last vlog on Monday, I believe it was, I was talking about this situation going on in the USA with food assistance, WIC assistance, stuff like that, and how it was just breaking my heart, and how like last year I didn't do the food. Okay, for years, for like 3 or 4 years, I don't know right now. We did a food thing where we would make a big meal and we would share it with people who didn't have family, couldn't get out, homebound, stuff like that. And then one year, not last year, we didn't do anything last year because Josh and I were having that rebuilding period. So anyways, and plus there was a lot of health issues. My mom had just went into the hospital. He was in and out of the hospital, a lot of stuff going on. But before that, the year before, we did food bags. We didn't do a big meal. We did food bags. And so I was like, you know, I hate that the holidays are coming up and people might not have food, and there's not really, as you know, you have heard me say before, there's just the one food pantry here, and it's not very abundant. I'm not trying to diss it. You know, when you don't have that many donations, you don't have a lot to give. You know, we don't have stores like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and whatnot. Those places that donate the food at the end of the day, or the day old breads and stuff. We don't have that here. We don't have any of that here. So I started raising money at first to do, like, I was looking for a place to host, to do free meals for kids, because I saw a lot of communities doing that, like restaurants and stuff. And I was like, okay, I want to do the Thanksgiving boxes again. Even if it's just like a shelf-stable, small food box, because I do know that the one place helps and a couple other places help. So, but those are mostly for families. So we got together and we had a lot of ideas, like a lot of ideas. I mean, just my shorthand, and there's this other page here too. I know, you can barely read it, and it doesn't look like much, but it actually is in my brain. I don't get detailed, I just write little footnotes to trigger my brain into remembering. So, as I was saying, we got together at Kendo's Street Sips, and I'll put them in the pinned note of all kinds of information below. And I've done a food review with them before, so she hosted, and we had a group meeting, and a lot of people said they were coming, but they didn't, which I understand completely. I didn't even want to go, but it was my thing. You know, I had so many ideas running around in my head, but we can only do what we have donations for, so that is a big one. So far, with food and money, I have raised, well, I'll say we have raised about $780. I will take pictures of the food we got so far. I have some stuff coming. I go Wednesday or Thursday to Walmart to visit Mom and pick up some stuff. Saturday we are doing a community meal. We're doing like Frito pie chili kind of thing. Or just come at 4 until food runs out. If you're hungry, come get fed. There are two food trucks in town now who are doing kids meals for free, but also know that parents need to eat too. And you know, one lady works at the pharmacy, and she is going to, because she delivers medicine to some of the senior shut-ins and stuff. So we are dedicating 10 food boxes to them, and also we're going to try to raise funds for dog food. We have so many different things that we want to do, but like I said, it's limited to donations. And no, I am not dry bagging, I am wet bagging. I don't know, that kind of sounds gross, but you understand, I will be putting my Cash App, my Venmo, I don't know it all. Like, I'm gonna have to figure it out, but I'll put some down below, and if you feel like donating, you can. I will also have wish list if you feel better that way, sending stuff. You don't have to. I mean, hell, donate to your own food pantry, especially if you live in a food desert like me. You know, and there's a way you can help. Another way you can help is watching my videos. And now until the new year, as well as 10% of our money going to a pet rescue, an animal rescue. Another 10% will also go towards the Header House Unity and the Community Project. So, because what we would love to do is at the local school have like meals in a bag that a kid could take home if they need it. You know, we have other stuff I'm not going to be talking about because, you know, it's not in fruition yet. It's just ideals. One thing we would love to do is raise money for feminine products, diapers, to help kids, like babies, because WIC is shut down too. Like I said, diapers, formula, stuff like that. Let's see. I don't want to talk about that yet, but yeah, we're going to do the community meals every Saturday as long as we can. Raise the funds, like just simple, easy stuff, like just chili, and then like, okay, the next week we're going to do spaghetti. Let's see. We do have about 13 turkeys right now. Not in our possession, but have been said they are going to be donated. We do want to get some turkey spam, and that is on the wish list for people who don't have an oven and might be unhoused or not have the proper ways to store food. A lot of the side dishes we are getting for the Thanksgiving meals are where it's just, you don't have to add anything but water. Like the mashed potatoes and the biscuits and stuff. You just have to add water. But a friend did donate like 12 cartons of shelf-stable milk. So that's nice. And bags of cereal. We did get some baby formula donated. And let's see. We also want to get like chips to do like weekend grab bags, like snack bags for kids, because there are a couple places that are doing like sandwiches and stuff. But like, and then school lunches. But then on the weekend, we don't have school here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So those are, you know, they won't have anything. So we wanted to do like little grab bags with like chips and fruit snacks and maybe like a banana or an orange or something for the kids over the weekend. Try to raise some money for dog food for older people who have to choose between dog food and human food. Why have to choose? We can do both. So yeah, and also, you know, maybe we can find someone to help people get the commodity boxes. We haven't talked about this yet, but sometimes they can't leave the house or they can't drive. Maybe be able to pick up the commodity boxes for them. And let's see, what else are we on here? Oh, this is where I was trying to figure out who's going to be ahead of everything, because there's a lot of stuff and I know I can't do it on my own, which is why I actually left the house. Doing it all online like I have in the past by myself wasn't going to work this time. So I was like, I have to get together. I have to leave the house. I have to talk to these people, and I have to, because this is bigger than me. And I know that that's saying a lot if it's bigger than me. No. Don't just... Anyways, but this is bigger than me. This is something that needs a community rallied around it. And you guys are my community too. So, you know, if you just want to watch my videos, put it on in the background for your dog while, you know, you're at work or whatever. 10% of our... what's the word? Profit? No. Well, whatever. 10% is going towards this Unity and the community project, at least until December. This is the second month in a row. Thank you so much, everyone, that I have made payout in 1 month, not 3. It's only $100, but you know, like, I am so grateful and so blessed for everybody, all the new viewers, the old viewers, everybody who's been with me even throughout the last 14-15 years, who have everybody who's supported my crazy dreams and my crazy ideals throughout the years, and been in this roller coaster ride that is Hatter House, which was originally started as Miss Kitty, Everyday Kitty D, and then turned to Boo to the Rescue. And then for a brief moment there was After the Tea Party. But, you know, just for like a couple months there. But thank you for being here in this wild, crazy journey of my channel. And thank you for everyone in the past that has supported my food drives, because you guys have, you know, if you go back, you'll see we've been doing this for a while now, since Josh and I got together, because 1, we like helping people, and 2, he gets really depressed around this time of year because he had an accident. You guys know how he got his, if you've been here, you know how he got his traumatic brain injury about 22 years ago now, on Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving Day. He was hit by a drunk driver. He died, and he was brought back to life. And he was in a coma for almost 2 months, and he had to have a bolt screwed into, or put in his head, and because of that, he has a traumatic brain injury now. So he tends to get a little, I'm not going to cry, he tend to get a little depressed around Thanksgiving, so we were like, well, what can we do to, you know, so that was part of it, you know. And I was like, at the time, the church here that does Thanksgiving meals didn't have where they would deliver to homebound people, and as somebody who doesn't like to leave the house and doesn't have family and whatnot, I was like, well, I know there's elderly, and I know there's people like me, and then maybe people who are working on Thanksgiving who would love a hot meal. So that's when we started, and we did Christmas and we did Easter, and you guys can go back and see that I do have receipts. You know, as in, like, I don't show the people we delivered the food and the meals to, but I do show that us, you know, like cooking and the meals that we delivered and the stack of meals that we took to places. So yeah. And there's a group on Facebook that you guys can join if you want to see progress of this journey. It's Hatter House. I reopened that group because it used to be a waffle group that we used. Replace the W with an R. But anyways, that we used to raise money for community and for animals. So, but then I had to close it. But now we're reopened, and this is what we're doing. We're doing updates. We're doing when we're going to have the get-togethers, when we're going to have the community meals, when we're going to have the meetings. We have people who, you know, their specialties lie in different places than mine. Together we are stronger, you know, like the Pink Floyd song says. So, together we stand, divided we fall, or united we stand, together divided we fall. I don't know, my brain is really on a high right now, because when I got there I was so nervous, I was shaking, But then I came down and I'm like, oh, I peopled. um, and people listen to me, yay. So that doesn't happen a lot here. I don't know. I mean, part of it is probably me. I tend to be not the same in Tucumcari as I am on YouTube and online. In person, unless you know me really well, in Tucumcari, I tend to knock myself down a few levels because I know I'm a lot for people in this town. But luckily I was around people that have known me for a really long time. Like my one friend who was there, I've known her since I was 17, 18, something like that. I've known her since I've lived in Florida. Yeah, when I lived in Winter Haven, Florida, she was my pen pal, and she lived here in Tucumcari. And when I left my ex in Winter Haven and moved, got on a Greyhound and came to Tucumcari all those years ago, all those years ago, I've known her since then. We were pen pals for like 2 years before I moved to Tucumcari, and I was like, I couldn't go back to Wisconsin at the time. So I was like, she's like, well, we've got a spare room. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, so, and then Josh was there, and, you know, and then my other friends were there too. The one that made the fry bread, yum, fry bread. And her husband. So, can't wait to get just back down to normal, just chilling out, relaxing. So yeah, it was really nice. And I know Kendall pretty well too, the owner of the pizza place. She knows I'm a wild child. So it's always nice. And my friend that I've known for years but have never met, I met her today. That was pretty exciting too. I know I'm futzing with my hair like I always do. But, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna watch some Ghost on CBS or Paramount or whatever the app's called. And I'm gonna work on making these wish lists. So the pinned comment might change a little bit. I'm gonna be adding stuff to the wish list as I go along. And other people give me ideas. Yeah, because, you know, we've just got to stand together. And yes, I am saying if you feel like donating, and I can either, you can be anonymous, or you can be, I'll shout you out, either or, whatever you plan, whatever you want. That's what I tell people who donate in real life too. You know, you can be anonymous, or you can be, we don't have to say a word. Really, thanks to an anonymous donor, we were able to get 12 packets of biscuits, or, you know, that's what I've been doing so far. You know, and then people can let me know, hey, this is $100 towards dog food, or this is towards baby formula or diapers or whatever, and I will put it towards that. Okay, I'm gonna go, because I could probably ramble forever. Stuff like this gets me really motivated and really excited, and I'm really passionate about helping people. As you guys know, that is kind of the mission of the channel, a little bit. I mean, of course, you know, there's other stuff going on, but as you guys know, for years I've been donating to animal rescue, and I do help people occasionally too. So, till next time, stay humble, stay kind, and watch out for the normal people. Laters.